What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and I am your Nootropics information wizard. Thanks so much for watching. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog, giant blog for Nootropics information. Facebook, like us there, facebook.com/cortexstacks. We've got specials on our nootropic products. So let me run through them real quick. Here they are. Elite level nootropic products. Number one, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. Right now, you can get a bottle of what's being called the only pre-made nootropic stack that actually works for $28. You just go to livecortex.com, add a bottle of the Cortex stack to your cart, enter the coupon code 5FIVE, and it'll take the price down to $28. Like, it's an exceptionally strong stack. If you're thinking about pulling the trigger, just pull the trigger today. Link is in the description below. Just go do it. Enter that coupon code, save some money. Verbal fluency, motivation, focus, mental energy. If you want that stuff, get some Cortex, livecortex.com. If you need my help personally, we have a consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. You can get that for $5 off using the coupon code 5 at livecortex.com. If you're new to nootropics, we wrote a book for you that you have to read, and ideally you should read it 10 to 15 times. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster, and it's digital, and it also gives you many stacks. Okay, so question I got via email was, will tyrosine help me with depression? And so tyrosine is an amino acid, I guess in food. It's hard to think about food. I think maybe perhaps in red meat. I know bananas contain tyrosine. Tyrosine basically goes and builds dopamine, which is a motivation neurotransmitter, and two alertness neurotransmitters, the fight or flight hormones basically, epinephrine and norepinephrine. So like and the dose range is 200 to 1500 milligrams. So when you take it, if you respond to it, it typically just amps everything up. It's very stimulant-like, but clean. It's not like caffeine, but works well in conjunction with caffeine. And it's pretty cool. I mean, you could take 1,000 milligrams tyrosine and 300 milligrams theanine and get a kind of a good balance of stimulant, like, speed of processing improving, alertness-based brain function, and a little bit of sort of calming, kind of chill out, chill the hell out kind of brain function from the theanine. Will tyrosine work in depression? Is variable. I think the answer is variable. I can say this. Really it all depends on what's causing it. So I've seen tyrosine, help people to not be depressed, and probably because they had some sort of malfunction in the way that the dopaminergic system in their brain was working. Dopamine signaling, dopamine quantity, etc. Like when we have enough dopamine, when it's being produced in the right quantity, when the signaling of dopamine, just like the sensitivity of dopamine receptors from dopamine in the brain, from neurotransmitters, is significant or works well, then everything works well. When there's more just sort of free-flowing dopamine, like modafinil, it increases extracellular dopamine. So when there's a bunch of dopamine outside of the cells, and then it can get inside of brain cells, and they can send in transmission to one another dopamine, then the brain has a better capacity to be using dopamine. Then the organism can feel dopamine more, and that makes you feel more motivated. So if there's a problem with dopamine signaling or functioning or quantity, then tyrosine is probably going to help you. I've also seen tyrosine, here's like the deal about reasons. I've also seen tyrosine help people get out of being depressed. But because they had a thyroid problem, they underperforming thyroid gland, measured by tests that they got at their GP, and tyrosine in 500 to 1,000 milligrams fixed their issue. But that was because, they took tyrosine with iodine and selenium, which all are basically building blocks to thyroid hormones, or basically precursors of thyroid hormones. And the reason these people were feeling depressed is because they were tired and lacked energy all the time, because they had an underperforming thyroid gland. And then they fixed it with the tyrosine and the iodine and the selenium, and then it worked. So the answer to that question is maybe, and it depends on what's going on and what's going wrong. One of the other things that I think is super underrated, which is a stack that we suggest a lot, is let me just start by saying this. If tyrosine isn't helping you for depression, then one of the things you really want to shoot for is like a dopamine, and not only something that gives you more dopamine, but a dopamine receptor modifying compound that kind of just is known to improve the moods of people that take it. And the best compound I can think of is uridine monophosphate. But the best combination is kind of like the Mr. Happy stack, which is, my version of it is 150 milligrams of uridine monophosphate 80 milligrams of CDP choline, 2 grams of DHA, it's a fatty acid and fish oil, and then 300 milligrams of Alcar with a B complex. That stack is going to be pretty significant for a lot of people in turning off depressive sort of symptoms and kind of getting their brain livened again and motivated again and kind of ready to do life and be awesome. Okay, so that's my take on whether or not tyrosine will help with depression. It really all depends on what's going on and what causes it. And if like it doesn't work and none of those are the reasons and tyrosine just doesn't help you to not be depressed, try that iridine stack and I think you'll find some great success. Okay, we have a lot of stacks for, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even trying to play one on the internet. So like we don't have stacks for depression. We have a lot of stacks that would plausibly work to really turn up positive mood, motivation, all that kind of stuff in all of our digital nootropics books. But if you're new to nootropics, and we have enough of them in Smarter, Better, Faster, just buy some Smarter, Better, Faster. Remember guys, the Cortex Nootropic Stack on sale right now for $28. Get a bottle at livecortex.com. This is the time. Just do it right now. Links in the description below. Use that coupon code FIVE. And if you need my help personally on anything related to nootropics, just get our consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondence. We help a lot of folks with a lot of different things. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you next time. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex Stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex Stack does. Moving right along, the Aniracetam guide there. That is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam. Breaks down 25 powerful Aniracetam stacks. Shows you how to use Aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to Aniracetam. Long demanded. Folks asked us for it. We delivered. It is fully digital. Lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the Nootropic Stack for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic Racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many Racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.